What is up, my fellow questers and painters and gamers? We are painting Yetis tonight. Well, we're finishing Yetis tonight. I started them last night, and I got pretty far on them. Hopefully, we'll finish them tonight. I wanted to say real quick that the poll is still open for the dice bag. So if you have not had a chance to go into the Discord yet and vote for your favorite, go ahead and do that. Because I will be revealing at the end of this stream tonight which bag is going to be unbagged, essentially, and what color we are going to be, or what we're going to be painting next after the Yetis. And I see that we already have some people in our chat. Gohan's here, Zuli's here. Hi, Zuli. I haven't had a chance to say hi to you yet. And Justin Pollitt's here, and 1 in 26 is here. Everybody's here. Let's get painting. It's painting time. So, time to get paints all over, Justin said, and that's right. 1 in 26 said weekly rewards. Ew. And then Zuli said, yep, I saw the weekly rewards as well. And then 1 in 26 said, bad enough lurking can feel like a job. Last thing I need is some scammy thing trying to keep me here. Oh, well, that's Twitch for you. Can't bother to make money, but can waste your life away. And then 1 in 26 said, paint. And then Zuli said, let's paint. Yes. So real quick before we get started, I just wanted to say a thank you to everybody who has followed, who has liked, who has subscribed, any of that stuff. It really means a lot to us. We're getting more recognition, and it's really, really awesome. You there is here as also well says, well, look who it is. It's me. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to show you guys what I've done on the Yeti so far. I will say that I painted the faces like a light tan color, and I'm just not quite sure if I'm happy with it. So I'm going to ask your guys' opinion about that. Zuli says, hello, everyone here. Happy time zones. Yes. And then Siribod said, an ad break is starting soon. So we'll hopefully get through that, and that won't take too long, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If you have not had a chance to vote on the dice bag, Luke should be on. If he's not, I'll have him drop a link in the chat box for our Discord, and you can go over there. Or I can tell you that we have silver, red, pink, blue, and black are our options. So if you don't want to be part of the Discord, or you haven't joined the Discord, let me know what you would select out of those 5, and then we will tally those up at the end here. 1 in 26 said, is there any way you guys can do some tutorials with lore for YouTube? That would be a question for Luke. Luke would be the one that would be able to answer that question better. And if he should be here at some point in tonight, so I would definitely shoot that question over to him so that he can let you guys know if there's a possibility that we could do something like that. I think that that's a great idea. That's an awesome idea. So I think that that's definitely Zuli just redeemed with a gift of strength, a potion of strength. That doesn't really help me too much, but thank you. That's awesome. You there is here said silver is currently in the lead, so it's probably going to be silver, more than likely. 1 in 26 would help if there was a link to the Discord. Okay, and then Luke's here. He just put a link into the Discord there. So if you want to go and vote on those, or if you want to just join our Discord, the link is right there. That's the newest one that Luke just put in there. So yeah, I said a 90-second ad break was starting. So hopefully, I'm not sure how any of this stuff works. So you there is here said 2 more votes on pink would change the bag. Yes. YouTube lore video would be a good idea, Luke says. Yes, and I totally agree. I think that's an amazing idea. That's an awesome idea. So we'll look into that and see what we can do for that. But without further ado, let's get on over to the Yetis, and I'll show you guys what I've done so far. So I did take your guys' ideas when I was painting on Wednesday. I was trying to figure out, like, color scheme-wise what I wanted to do, because I didn't want them all to look the exact same. And Julie said, yep, I would love the YouTube lore videos. Yes, that's a very interesting idea. I think that's a great idea. That would be amazing for me to catch up. Yes, for sure. And so I think it was Gohan and it was Shamrock, when she was in here the other night, was talking about doing, like, basically the same color but just slightly slightly different and stuff. So I tried to take that into account, and I have. I'll go ahead and I'll get the music started, and then we'll get on over here so we can start our painting quest for tonight. So let's do that, and the painting cam here. Okay, so what I did is I have these colors here. So what I did, there's 4 different Yetis, 4 of them, and what I did was like the main body I painted in acrylic paint. So I used a white, this lighter gray, a medium gray, and then kind of like this darker gray here. And then I matched that. I made them even a little bit darker for the arms and stuff and the legs with darker speed paint colors. And then these 5 paints right here, so it's like these blue paints here, I used for their horns. So for the first Yeti, I used these 2 colors. For the second Yeti, I used these 2 colors. And then the third Yeti, these 2 for the horns that are on their head. So forth and so forth. That's how that did. 1 and 26 said ads just died. Justin said, I skipped work today to play Hero Quest. I don't blame you. That's the best thing that you could possibly have done. And then Julie said, yep, I saw that. Looks really fun. Shoot, I got called to do some chores. I want to watch the painting. Oh, well, I hope that you won't have too much to do and you can come back and join us. So 1 and 26, how much does that bit of paint run you? So are you talking about these, the speed paints? Because I bought like a big set online that had all of these paints in it, and it was, I want to say it was around tax time when I bought them, because that was the only time when I was able to afford to do that, and it was, I think, $300 for all of these paints. So all these paints that are here behind me, I'll go back to the full face cam real quick so you can kind of see that better. So all these paints that are right here and this, and then all the ones that are down here on the table, all came in one set, and it was like $300, I think. It's definitely a good investment. I was nervous about it because, like I said, I just kind of took the plunge because I didn't even know if I'd be able to do this. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the plunge and do it. And it's actually worked out really well for me. And they definitely were worth the investment for me because they dry really, really quickly. Julie said, sorry guys, got to go. I'll be back. Okay. Well, hopefully you'll be back and we'll get you back in here. All right. So the very first Yeti that I started, this is the lightest Yeti. So I'm going to turn off this so you can see them a little bit better. So all the Yetis have got the same colored face. They've got the same color hands, but they are slightly different in their bodies and their fur colors and their horn colors. So this first guy, I did like a white body and then like light gray on the arms and the legs. And then the horns are like the 2 lightest blue colors. Gohan said, I'm lurking while playing Elliot because I'm having so much fun. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're here. And then, so that's the first guy. That's what he looks like. And there's his back there. And then I decided all the claws on the feet were going to be black because the bases are going to be white with snow. So this is the second guy right here. So he's slightly different. His horns are a little bit darker. And he's slightly darker on his fur, the main fur color. And so he's just a little bit different, not too much different, but a little bit different there. And then the third guy is even a little bit darker. And again, his horns are even a little bit darker. His fur is darker on the arms and legs. So that's the third guy. And then here is the fourth guy. Now he's a little bit different. He's a little bit more of a gray to like yellowish, brownish color. And then his horns are pretty dark that he's got on his head there. So if we put them all together, 1 and 26 said Gohan like in Han Solo. Sorry, I study Japanese off and on. Gohan is breakfast commonly rice. Or Gohan is breakfast commonly rice. Most people know the word as the name of the Dragon Ball character. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Okay, so these are the 4. This is them together. That's what they look like. Whoops, so far. So they are just slightly different each one, but they're still pretty similar, I think. So what I want to do is, again, I painted these faces right here. As you can see, they're kind of like this light, it's this bony spikes color. So it's a little bit of like an off-white tannish color. And I just can't decide if I like that color or not. So your guys' opinions is, should it be that color? Or should I add, you know, a color on top of that to kind of, should it be a darker color? Should it be a lighter color? And then I got a lot of blues still that I haven't used, but they're all like darker blues. So I can't decide if I want them to be darker blue on the face. And then the plan will be, is I'm going to put a little white on the claws, and then the little fingernails that they have, I'm going to do this really shocking like blue color, because I think that'll be cool. 126, I wonder if nail polish would help clear coat to get a shine. For what? Okay. Like on his face? Oh, for his teeth. I haven't done his teeth yet. So the mouths aren't done and the eyes aren't done yet. So I still have to do those. And then the nails, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to put white paint on those to like make them stand out, and then the blue. And then I've got like this glossy Mod Podge over here, and so I'll probably put that on there. You there's here said nail polish makes it a bit weird, to be honest. Well, I think that if we do the glossy, because I think I even have, no, that's a matte varnish. So I've got this glossy Mod Podge, and I might do that on the fingernails just to kind of give them a little bit of a shine. So I haven't done the mouths or the eyes yet. It's just the face that I did on all of these guys. I ran out of time last night after Luke was done. 126 said, I don't paint models, I just chuck ideas at people. Yeah, that wasn't a bad idea. I'd never tried that before, so it would be worth trying just to see, because I had never done it before. But you there's here has been painting for a while too. And you there's here said, don't worry, as someone that paints, I can tell. Okay. So now we know. We know for sure now. Okay, so what do you guys think about the face colors? Do you like the tan? Like that tannish off-white color? Or should it be like, I have a light purple color, I have dark blue colors? Like, what do you guys think? 1 in 26 says, I write books, so that's my spot to be. Wordsmithing, yes. And then Justin said, looks fine to me. Okay. All right, because once I get the teeth painted, and I think there's even a gum line on these guys, I'm going to do that in pink. And then the eyes are going to be this like dark red underneath and this light pink on top to kind of give them like a glowy eyes, hopefully. Fingers crossed that that's how that will work. 1 in 26 said, every time you move the light under the side of the fur looks pink. I like that. Oh, like underneath? Oh yeah, I see that. It's because of my shirt, I think, because I got orange on my shirt right here. And I think the light's reflecting into that, and it kind of makes it look like it's glowing under there a little bit. That's funny. Okay, so... okay, that's just a notification for this. Okay, so I'm going to turn my light on here so I can see a little bit better. Hopefully you guys will be able to really see what I'm doing. I really have a hard time if I don't have this light. It really does help me. I know it kind of makes it hard for you guys to see though. 1 in 26, it looks like it got into something and stained its fur. Yes, yes. So I had thought about that, at least on the teeth, kind of giving them like a pink stain or a red stain to make them look like they kind of were like chomping on something, you know what I mean? And maybe we can even do some light pink staining around to make them look kind of like they've been in a fight, essentially. What's that say? Oh, it says one message was deleted by a moderator. Siri bot banned Scrithy reason because it was spam detected. Well, thank you, Siri bot. All right, so I looked up online, and you there is here, and I looked up online a snow hack, and I was wondering if it was going to work. So I kind of made my own, and it feels like it's drying. I looked online, and a guy had a hack online where he used baking soda, like Elmer's glue, and white acrylic paint, and made it into kind of like this paste. and then applied it, and then afterwards, because a lot of people in the comments were saying, you know, baking soda has a tendency to turn yellow with age and stuff, but I thought about maybe putting some like white paint on top of that, just to kind of, you know, keep it from doing that. And then he said in there that he puts, as long as you put a varnish on top of it, that probably wouldn't happen. So I don't know, have you ever tried any kind of hack like that? Have you ever done anything like that? 1 in 26 said, I checked the Scrithy person and they have 0 followers. Can't figure out how old the account is. I see. Okay. All right, get my owl glasses on here. And then might start with the eyes, just to go ahead and get my painting palette here. Move these guys over here. And then 1 in 26 says, I dig into things. It's a habit. Well, that's okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this as the underlying color for the eye so that has time to dry. And go ahead and get started on that. So I think that's going to be the first thing that I do. This is called Goddess Glow is the name of this color. You there says, I haven't done enough snow yet to bother with a hack. I see. Yeah, a lot of what I saw was like this special like snow paste that people were buying, but I don't have that right now, and I'm working on these now, so that's a hack that I was able to get the product for and stuff, because it would have taken too long for me to order something in. So seems like the paste has worked. I got it in front of the fan drying here, and it's starting to dry pretty good, I think, so hopefully that'll work. All right, let's get started here on getting some of the eyes. Just got to decide if I want to use this brush or if I want to use my nail brush, because that's a pretty small area. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with my small nail brush. Get her started here. All right. And then let's get into this. See if we can get you guys a little bit closer here. Turn my light on here. Wonder if I turn this off, but I still had this light. I guess that might be a little bit better for you guys. We'll try that and just see. Nope, I need it. Sorry, guys. We're still trying to figure out a solution to that and what we can do. Okay, so I'm gonna and I kind of want it down around like on the top of the cheek and stuff too, because I want it to look kind of like the bright pink in the middle with the dark red kind of like around it, and do it like that. You there said, worst case, you can always take it off later if you decide you don't like it. Yes, and that's what I thought too. I thought, well, if it doesn't work or if it doesn't dry right or something, I can just remove it, and you know, then I know for future that it didn't really work or that I didn't really like how it turned out. No mistakes, only happy little accidents, right? That's that part. Okay, whoops, knocked over my blue colors here. Okay, and then clean. One of the things I have noticed is if I make sure, like in tiny areas like this, that I clean out my brush in between, that the paint doesn't build up on the brush and that it doesn't accidentally like bleed over onto the rest of it. Make sure I'm still on. I still wish I had like a buzzer or something that would go off every time like I get out of frame. I'm trying not to blab too much at you guys. Whoops. I knocked over my tongue color. Yeah, when I was looking at these guys last night when I was painting them, and I was like, these guys kind of have like a gum line underneath, like around their teeth. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll make, like I'll try to paint that as best I can. Now I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't paint it this color because this is a nice, like kind of mid-range red, I guess. It's not really too bright there. Okay. All right. So that is that part there. And I'm going to try just in the very middle of these eyes to do like a little of a light pink just to kind of give them a little glowing kind of thing. I'm hoping that'll work. All right. So let's see. I think I might... What do you guys think? You think I should do light pink or that color I just used for the gum line? I think there's a gum line. It kind of looks like there is. Maybe I'm just crazy. It could just be lips. And I could just be crazy. That's not a unreasonable thing to say. I couldn't think of the word I was trying to use there. Brain's going a million miles a minute. Excuse me. All right. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna try the lighter pink and just see. We're gonna see how it goes here. Try to make sure that's nice. This is supposed to be a very light pink, even though it looks pretty bright in the bottle. It's supposed to be very light. This is Princess Pink. You wouldn't think that Princess Pink would go into a Yeti, but here we are. Looks pretty bright on the palette. Hopefully it will not be that bright when I begin the... Just gonna dot right here and see if this is gonna work. I think it will. Yeah, I think it worked. That's awesome. That's so cool. All right. And then I'm also going to use this pink to try to do the gum line on these guys. We're going to see. Does it just look like lipstick? I feel like it kind of just looks like lipstick. Oh no. I feel like maybe once the teeth are in there, maybe hopefully it won't look quite so much like lipstick. We're gonna go with it. If it doesn't look right, then I'm going to paint over that for sure. Maybe it should be the darker red. Should it be the darker red? I don't know. clean. Justin said, is there more than one Yeti? I think painting one like the one from the old Rudolph would be funny. There's 4 of them, but I've already painted them essentially, like the main colors. Was that a Yeti or was that an abominable snowman? Or are they kind of the same thing? They're the same thing. Oh, okay. I know nothing about abominable snowman Yeti lore. Oops. There we go, them happy little accidents again. Luke said, I thought that was Vince Neil. Did I paint that one's eyes? Yes, I did. Okay. Couldn't remember. You there said, now remember everyone, save your channel points to bully Ragnar. And then Luke laughed and Justin said, by the way, Pastor Rocks is coming clutch in these solo quests. Wolves are scary. Okay, and I think, was it this one? Yeah. I needed a little bit more of this color, like up at the top. And then, was it? This one was just a little bit too big on the pink part. Take that down just a little bit. And this one I accidentally also painted on the lip part, so I'm going to get some of that Bony Spikes color so I can fix that. Just need a little bit, not too much. And I can use just my regular brush for that. There we go. Okay, and then I think that this guy had, yeah, a little bit too much of that pink as well in the pupil. So I want to try to fix that. And I fixed it a little too much. But what we can do is this. Yep, I fixed that one a little too much. But that's okay. I can put a little bit more pink in it once it dries. Not a big deal. Oops. Brush is trying to split on me. There we go. Just a little better. Oh, we have an ad break starting soon. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it won't be too long. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. All right. So now back to this first guy. I think I'm going to do the teeth next. So I'm going to do white teeth. Yeah, I think I'm going to do just plain white teeth. Just plain white teeth. Luke said those wolves are no joke for sure. That is true. It is very, very true. They do not mess around. Okay, so should be able to use a regular brush to do these teeth. Okay. That's looking good. Okay. Let's see here. You there said we getting the Luke special that we subbed for during these ad breaks. Justin said Sarah likes being Zargon. Luke said, haha, got to get that premium nose blowing, which sounds way worse than it's meant to when put like that. LOL. That is true. Excuse me. Luke said, "It sure is a lot of fun when you have when you know the whole map." That is true. Okay, I got his teeth. It's like I can't remember. Did I do that guy's teeth? All right, and then while I'm at it, since I have this white, once I'm done with these teeth, I'm going to go through and do the nails, so that way I can paint the bright, like, electric blue over top of them. Make them look icy. Okay. So then, Luke says, I know these quests really well, but my memory is so bad I would probably still be useless as a hero. That's how the face is looking so far. Go ahead and paint up on these claws that they got. He's got a thumbnail on this side. And then the claws on his hand. I do feel like I'm just painting their nails. Luke said, oh. You there said, when are we starting that tabletop sim quest, Luke? We need to know. Alright, and then I'm just going to give a little light on the very top of the toes. Then I'm going to paint that blue. Oops. Luke said, haha, I still need to look into that. I am technologically impaired. That's both of us. And the last one's fingernails here. Or claws, I should say. It's not really fingernails. At least it's not supposed to be. Okay. Alright. So now I'm going to paint the tongues. And I'm just going to, this is called Slaughter Red. So I'm just going to paint those. And then pretty much the facial features will be done for the most part, I think. I don't think there's anything else that needs done with those. So yay! Again, need a very small amount, not very much at all. And then maybe one of the things I'll do is kind of stain the teeth as well. Trying to give it that look as well. But they've been, you know, chomping down on stuff. Various heroes and whatnot that come parading through their ice caves and whatnot. Right? Alright, so tongues are done. Not much to go. Oops. Where'd that go? Oh, it's on the floor. Excuse me, pardon me, I dropped my brush. My paintbrush. Okay. So now, here's the face. Turn the light off. You can see it a little bit better here. I'm just getting farther away. I'm progressively terrible at this. There's the face. Alright, so then I think really the only thing that's left to do other than once those nails dry is to paint the bases white and try to do this snow hack that I found and like kind of staining the teeth there. Luke says, is that a program that you have to buy? Seems like maybe Gohan said something about that last night. Or Gohan, however you say it. However you say it. Alright. Probably didn't take too long. Okay, so we're going to try this blue. It's called Plasma Coil Glow. And we're going to see what it looks like here. Chicka, 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 chicka. Hopefully it's pretty cool. That's what I'm hoping for. That it will be pretty cool. Alright. Now, let's just paint over top of this. I'd have to do this a couple of times just to get it as bright as I want. Oh, Sarah's here. Replying to, I'm not sure what comment that was. Says, I like the format of the game a lot, and yes, it is fun when you have it all laid out in front of you. Luke says, garbage memory. Alright, let that guy dry. I'm going to start putting them back over in this area just so that they are in front of the fan and they'll dry a little quicker. And then, let's see. What Sarah just said, Luke said, definitely agree. Okay. Are our kids still awake, Luke? Probably. We did not do a cleanup last night of the board and stuff because it was 4:30 in the morning. We were both tired. Normally, if I'm down here after Luke finishes the stream, I'll help him clean things up and get the board put back in order and stuff. But there was no way that was happening last night as late as it was. So he was going to come down tonight to do that, depending. Younger one just went down. Okay, well, hopefully the older one will not be far behind him. Hopefully. Oops. Just throw that down. That's fine. Oh, Justin said, keeping everything sorted is a nightmare. I got First Light and Base Game and Mage of Mirror, and keeping the cards sorted without any markings indicating sets is rough. Yeah. So, these are pretty much dry by now, so we're just going to go back over them again. Just to make them a little bit brighter here. Just trying to get rid of any white on them. Luke said, I forgot nothing was cleaned up. Ugh, probably not going to do that tonight either. I'm exhausted and I've had a really bad day. I'm going to go to bed as soon as they're both asleep. All right. This guy. Okay, that is not wanting to stick on the tip of this finger here. Yeah, a little bit. All right. Let's take a look at this guy again. See if we can't. This one finger on the end here just does not want to cooperate. Okay. So claws are done, I think. All right. So other than the bases, and then just little, like, if we want to do like kind of bloodstaining effects or anything like that, the bases are going to be next, I think, and they're just going to be plain white bases because they're going to have snow on them. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe use just a little bit of a bigger brush. I think I'm done with this one, so I'll put the cap back on it. And then I'm going to use this brush and just see how painting it goes. Might need a couple layers here. And I'm going to use a smaller brush. This one's just want to get up on the toes or anything like that, so. Justin just redeemed. A wandering monster appears. Uh-oh. What do I have to do for that? A mummy attacks you and hits for 2 damage. How many defense dice do you roll? I don't know. This was so sudden and unexpected. Where's my defense dice? I don't have any defense dice over here because they're all over there with Luke. Uh-oh. Oh no. This is awful. I'm gonna roll I'm gonna roll this bag. Oh, I found an orc sack. It was hiding under your paint palette. Oh no. It came out. It did damage. I missed. So now I've taken 2 body points of damage. It came out of nowhere. That was unexpected. Caught me by total surprise. Try. I didn't know what to do there. I was not prepared for sure. What happens when you hit 0 potty points? I don't know, I'll probably die or something. I need to have some dice over here with me. So when that happens, I can roll to see what happens. Justin said she has to be re-rolled with no items. Oh no. Paintbrush just goes flying out of my hand. Not used to having to paint these wide, so it's really weird. You there says, awkward if she loses the ability to paint after that. It would be really awkward to just be sitting here like, what? What do I do now? I don't know how to use this thing. Luke, you're on your own at that point. There is our ad break. It said nothing but jelly zambies then if I have to if I have to do it. Everybody's jelly at that point. All right, welcome back. Still just painting bases. Okay, let's take a look at that first one again. See where we're at with this guy. Is it dry? Yeah. Put some more on here. Justin said, at least the solo quests are done in Mage of the Mirror. I played chicken, shoot, and arrow and run. And then Luke says, oh, the group quest will give you no mercy either. This does not have to be perfectly white because I want it to look kind of dirty and gritty. Justin said, gotta make sure I have as much fun as possible tonight to make not going to work worth it. Passing on $40 an hour tonight, so but I'm just so burnt out though. I need an extra day. I understand. Because we all know that the best thing about Hero Quest is skipping work so you can play more Hero Quest. Or so I've been led to believe. Zuli's back. Zuli said, I just got back and the Yeti looks incredible. Thank you. And then you there's here said, I thought it was the dice. I am glad you could come back and join us. Okay. I'm going to take a look at this just as a... Okay. Again, I'm not quite sure. I don't want it to be completely like white because I like it kind of like transparent where you can kind of see the black base underneath it to make it look more like gritty almost, you know what I mean? Justin said, need to do a Gravity Land quest, but it would be hard to pull off. Yes. Gravity Land. And I took home all the winnings in Gravity Land. Alright, I think that looks pretty good, because I'm going to go around the base on the edging and do black. That's why I didn't really care if I got, you know, some over. Of course, I kind of like, I don't know. If Luke is still in here, what do you think, Luke, as far as like it being over the edging? Does it look kind of like... What do you think? Or should I paint the edging black? What does everybody think about that? Justin said it's doable with sheet metal and putting magnets on pieces. You there said Gravity Land could definitely be done in TTS. We definitely need to do a Gravity Land for sure. Okay, so I'm going to work on doing the... Here is what that paste looks like that I did. It's pretty pliable. And I think it'll work okay. Especially once I seal it on there. Might put some glue down on the base just before I apply it. Just so that it'll stay on there. Zuli said the edges look great like that though. And then Luke said over the edge looks fine, I think. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to make up another batch of that. So I just kind of measured with my heart. I didn't really... He had kind of like more accurate measurements, but nothing... He didn't measure it out into... He kind of just, oops, did that as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this baking soda to the cup. Like that. And then a little bit of acrylic paint. And then the glue. Go with that. And just see how it is. Get it mixed up here. See if it makes the paste that I need. And I think I'm also going to put a matte, not the matte varnish, but the gloss varnish or the gloss Mod Podge on top of this to kind of make it look shiny. I think will look nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put the non-gloss down on the base and then start putting this down to kind of make sure it sticks. Because that's what we want. This is not my brush for that. Almost did a boomby there. Zully said, that's smart, actually making the paste that you needed. Yes, I actually found a hack online, and it was real easy and simple, and I was like, well, I'm going to try that instead of buying, like, I wouldn't have had time to buy, like, the special snow paste, essentially is what it's called, I think. All right, so we're just going to wing this, and we're going to see how it turns out. So I'm just going to put this down all over the base down here. Don't think I really need a lot, just enough to... Okay, I'll lay that there. And then we'll get a little bit of this paste and we'll just start kind of... and go around the edging here. Okay. How's that look? Does it look like snow? Put a little bit of it on his feet. Zully said, that looks super detailed. Thank you. I think so as well. Put some, like, maybe down here on the bottom of his fur. Bottom of his feet here. Kind of make it look like he's been trudging through some snow here. Maybe we'll get a little bit on the bottom of his arms, top of his arms. Okay. Get one here on his belly. Okay. Put him over here. We'll start on the next one. Not quite that much. sorry. Trying to make sure I'm not off the camera there. Just kind of tapping this on here so that it kind of looks like they've been snowed on, you know. They're coming through the storm. Whoops. Well, that's fine. I'll just knock all that off of there. It's fine. Okay. Next one. Let me pick this up so I can pick up all the other crap I just knocked over. Whoopsie. Julie said, not gonna lie, I enjoyed these types of artwork painting. To be honest, this is super lasting. It's like a Bob Ross ASMR. Well, thank you. I keep saying, I was like, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Hopefully this will dry well. I'll be able to... Oh, I forgot to put the glue down on these other bases. My bad. I completely forgot to do that. Wasn't even paying attention. Whoopsie. Hopefully this will stick the way it's supposed to without needing the glue. That is my goal. My hope. Hopefully it'll do okay once I seal it with, you know, some Mod Podge as well. Hopefully it'll dry okay and with the glue that's in it. It's almost like icing a really weird cupcake. It's kind of what it feels like. Now, he did use a hair dryer in the video to dry them, but I'm not going to do that. It's already drying okay, I think. Yeah. I think that's going to be good. What do you guys think? Julie said, actually, though, it looks like it. I bet that's satisfying. And then icing a cupcake, and laughed at the icing a cupcake. Because it is. It's like icing a really weird cupcake. And then 1 in 26 said, Med's night. Good night. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. And I'm happy that you were here with us. And that you had fun. I'm glad. Okay, so I think that it's drying pretty good already. So I think that's cool. I think it's awesome, I think. Julie said, good night to you, 1 in 26. Have a wonderful night. And Justin said, or Julie was replying to something Justin said where he said, I'd be scared of it. And Julie said it does. So I think... Alright, I think... Julie said, love the Yeti, super scary, but great details. Yes, I think so too, thank you. I'm going to put this up out of my way. And I'm going to clean out my Mod Podge brush. Just so it doesn't get all stiff and everything. Put the lid back on this so it doesn't dry. Okay, and then I think when I seal these guys, I'm going to use the glossy Mod Podge that I have here. Just because I want the snow to be kind of like shiny looking. And I think that gloss varnish on there will look nice. Just on that. But yeah, I mean, that's drying really nice. And I think that's a really good, like, snow hack. I think that actually, like, yeah. That looks really cool, I think. What do you guys think? Glossy, how to achieve this talent? It really was just, I mean, when I was a kid and stuff, when I was growing up and stuff, I really loved painting and coloring. So I would color in coloring books and stuff like that. And then as I got older into like teenager years and stuff like that, my adolescence and stuff, I liked to paint coloring pages. So I would buy just this apple barrel paint at Walmart and I would paint coloring book pages. And I really, really liked doing that. And so for the longest time, I put it down for years and years and years. And I always liked painting and stuff, but I never really had a good outlet for it because I just didn't have time to really dedicate to anything. And then when Luke suggested, you know, when my husband suggested doing this, I thought, you know, that'll be a great outlet for that. You know, maybe I can be good at it because we had looked into hiring other people to do it, and understandably they charged a lot because it's, you know, it takes a long time to paint them, and Luke has over 1,000 of them before it's all going to be said and done that are going to be done. And so to do that many, it was going to cost us thousands of dollars. And so I said, well, why don't you just let me see if I'm any good at it? Because I used to love painting and stuff. And then I started it and I really did enjoy it. And so it's a lot of practice, and it's a lot, you know, I've been doing this for about a year now. So it's just a lot of practice and just give or take. This is the first time I've ever done a snow coat, you know, just to see what it would look like. So Julie said glossy snow time, and then Justin said he's going to hang us by our feet in the lair, and we aren't Luke Skywalker, so we wouldn't be about to escape. And Julie laughed at that. And then Luke put super dead, and I can't tell what the other two things are. What are the other two? There's like two little pictures. What are those other two pictures? I can't really see what they are. Unless I can let me get super close here. Critical hit, and then, oh, what's the other one say? I'm about blind anymore. Let me put on my glasses, see. Here, I gotta get really close though. It says, oh, skilled strike. All right, oh! And I dropped my paintbrush and my thingy. Okay, excuse me for just 1 second here. And then Zuli said, it's true for hiring painter to do this. It costs a lot, but you're doing great. Keep it up. Love the Yeti. I should check out more in the mods on your painting. And you put your talent to good work. Thank you. Skilled Strike. Yes, thank you. And Justin said, some people buy Hero Quest just to paint and resell the whole set. It's pretty expensive. Yeah, and I contemplated doing that as well. Like maybe once I can get through all of Luke's minis and stuff, maybe then being able to do this for other people as well. Or if somebody offered me enough money to paint a set, I might be willing to do it. All right, so let's take a look at all these guys. See how they're drying here. Okay, this one is still pretty goopy, but so I think these guys, other than just needing the glossy, you know, finish, are pretty much done. And drying, obviously, they're going to have good adequate time to dry here. Go ahead and said Yeti. But I think that the snow look definitely worked. That snow hack definitely worked. I'm glad I found that on YouTube, because I think that definitely definitely worked for making it a convincing, like he's been walking through like a snowstorm. Go ahead and said they look so good. Yes, thank you. I think they do as well. So let's go ahead and I'm going to have to let these guys dry more, though. I think this one's pretty much dry. It still needs a little bit of dry time, but I'm not going to be able to put the glossy paint on them until that's completely dry. So I'm going to sit them back here in front of my fan just so that they can dry properly. And that might have to be something that I put on tomorrow night, because they're so wet. I don't know how long that's going to take to dry. Ad break is starting. Zuli said, gorgeous Yeti and terrifying. Go ahead and said, I'm finished and came back just in time. Yes. Zuli said, that's great. Replying to some stuff that Justin said. And then welcome back to Gohan. And then ads. Yep. Another ad, stinking ad. Okay, I'm going to check. We're going to go back over. I went for 7.5 hours. Wow. Wow. Okay. So that is it. As far as just that, I'm not going to be able to, like I said, I can't put the glossy finish on it until the ad break is getting ready to start. So as soon as that is over, I will look while that is happening and see which bag won the poll here. I'm going to check that out real quick. Let's check that out. Let's see. Silver is the one that won with 3 votes. We had 1 for black, 1 for red, and 2 for pink. Silver is the one that won. So when we come back here, yeah, I'm not going to reveal it yet. Zuli said no. Luke said don't reveal until the ad is over, and go ahead and said probably not the one I voted for. Unfortunately, it was not. And Zuli said it's already done. So the silver bag, and I also crocheted these as well. Is the ad over? Congrats to silver. Let me know when that ad is over, and we will pull out what is in here. There is something in here. I didn't think there was an actual mini in here. I thought it was just the paper, but there's a mini in here. So it's a small one, so we're going to see what's in here. I hope, Zuli said that's cute. Thank you. I really hope it's not goblins, because I really don't want to do any more goblins right now. I do not want to do more goblins. I mean, I will if I need to, but I don't want to. Hopefully it'll be something we have not had yet. Fingers crossed. Let me know when the ad is over. Luke wants all the goblins right now, Gohan says. He probably does, honestly. And I can't say that I would blame him. If any of you are here that also are painters, or you're looking into getting painters, or getting into painting, and you want to do that, I got this little set thing here of these tools at Walmart for like $4, I think. So that was really, really good. I was like, heck yeah, $4. Can't beat that. All right, let me clean up a little. Let me know when that ad is over, guys, and we will reveal what is in this silver bag. to see what is going to be the next on our list. Okay, Zuli said the ad's over, and Luke said, I'm so sick of the undead. All right. Drum roll, drum roll. I need a little drum roll button. It is going to be Chaos Warlocks, which look like this. Chaos Warlocks are next. That is next in our I'll go back over here so that you guys can see that a little bit better to my painting cam. So it's these guys here. Chaos Warlocks are the next. Zuli said Chaos Warlock and go ahead and said, let's go. That's going to be dope. How many of these are there, Luke? Let me look at my paper. I have, Luke has made me paperwork for all of the different, this is a checklist for all of the different things that I need to paint. Justin said, waving his hands in the air like he just don't care. And then go and said Magneto Lock. Sully said, I can't wait to be tuning in again. Luke said, not a ton for how many of them there are. And then Zuli said, brilliant for waving his hands in the air. And then Luke said, maybe 5 or 6. Let me check that real quick. Chaos Warlocks. Let's see. Chaos Warlock. There are 5 Chaos Warlocks. So I should be able to get all those done in one sitting. Not sure if I will definitely make sure that those are primed and ready to go for the next stream on Sunday. Let me go back to my full face cam here. So I will definitely prime those guys and get them dry brushed and ready to go and figure out a color palette for them. If you guys have any suggestions, throw them in our Discord and what colors you guys would like to see, because I don't believe these guys have a card that I can go off of. So as far as color palette, it's open right now. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it yet, but if you guys got any suggestions, again, they're like these little, they look like these little guys, kind of hard to see. I'll take a picture and put them in there, and then what kind of color palette would you guys like to see? These guys are going to be cool to paint, I think. So Chaos Warlocks, that's the next on the yes, Shamrock is here. Hello, Shamrock. You did miss the Yetis, but I can show them to you again if you would like. I still have to put glossy paint like for the snow once it dries. But I'll go back to the painting cam real quick and I'll show you how they turned out. Let me turn this light off so you can see them a little bit better. So this is how they turned out. I cannot get the camera angle right for this. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. So I saw a hack on how to make like a snow without having to buy specialized snow paste essentially. And I made my own snow paste. So I think they turned out very well. And then here is the next one. I did slightly different colors. Tried to keep it close to the same palette, but slightly different so that they're not all the exact same. Shamrock said, Gippy, yes, please. Oh, very neat. And then Zuli said, welcome back, Shamrock. So that's how these guys have turned out. And like I said, once they are dry, then I'm going to put a glossy finish on them. So that way it looks shiny, the snow. Excuse me. Okay, let me go back to the full face cam here. And then Shamrock said, thanks, I got caught up in anime. Didn't even realize it was past midnight yet. Yep. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. This was a fairly short stream. It definitely was not like it was last night when Luke went on for about 4.5 hours. The Silver Bag 1 Shamrock, and it is Chaos Warlocks is the next thing that I'm going to be painting. Excuse me. So again, I'll take a picture of the guy, stick it down in the chat. You guys let me know what you think color-wise. Because like I said, I don't even know. Shamrock said, nice, I voted that bag. Yes. Zuli said, I was in the middle of reading Phantom Buster manga, and I was glad the Twitch informed the stream. Yes. Get that notification turned on so that way you'll always be notified when we are live. I want to thank you guys again for joining in and you know, for tuning in and joining me on this adventure. Go ahead and say the bag I keep voting for is gonna have the best thing ever. Watch. Yes, because you keep voting for the pink bag, right? Right? That's the one that you keep voting for, is the pink bag. And Luke said exactly. Yep, that's going to be the one that has the best one in it, is the pink bag. Well, I am going to get out of here for tonight, and then, like I said, I'll have these guys primed and ready to go for Wednesday night's quest. And again, it was nice talking to you guys, and I'm glad you guys were here to join me tonight and just hang out with me, and we always have fun here. So it was a good time. It was fun time. Luke said, I filled these bags, but one benefit to garbage memory is I already have no idea what is in them. Yep. I also probably would put stuff in there and then not be able to remember at all what I stuck in there. So, all right. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Monday, so it's another quest. What quest number are we on, Luke? Shamrock said, same here. And Zuli said, bye. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Yes, thank you again. Whatever quest we're on, I think it's either 6. Okay, he said 6. All right, so we will be back tomorrow for quest 6. And Zuli said, I can't wait to be tuning in for the Warlocks. Yes, that's going to be a fun time. And so we will see you guys tomorrow night. And thanks again for joining me. Have a good one, guys.